welcome back to my channel. I hope y'all like my new intro. I'm trying out something a little new. Okay, so today's video, I just decided to do a story time. I just really wanted to film. It's been a few weeks since I posted my last video, simply because I have been like diving into my schoolwork, because what is today? 24th is Friday. Today is Wednesday. So it's the 22nd. You know, don't talk about my math, because y'all know I'm a theater major. I don't do math. Anyways, like a few of my classes are ending on Friday, so I've just been really trying to focus on that and finish up everything. I actually just got through filming a speech, and I also just got through filming a dance for my dance appreciation class, so bear with me, period. So today's video is going to be a story time about some drama that I experienced within the first few days of getting to SFA. Okay, so bear with me and let me just dive right into this tea. Okay, so here's how it all went down. So on the first day of class, the first day of my dance appreciation class, my teacher had told us to make friends within the group, because these are your peers. She was like, these are the people you reach out to if you miss class, if you need notes, don't email me, that whole shazazz, all right? So I only talked to the girl next to me because I was just really shy. Like I said, I didn't know anybody, and I was just really nervous, you know. So as we're leaving that class, a girl calls me from behind. Let's call her Stephanie. We're going to call her Stephanie. To all you Stephanies out there.
You call her Stephanie? I call her Heffany.
Okay, but it's my story, so I'm going to tell it. Okay, so Stephanie came up to me and she was like, hey, let me get your number. And so, you know, because the teacher told us to, you know, give out numbers. Started going to little events around campus for transfer students. She was a transfer, I was a transfer. But not only that, like generally overall, I just really got along with this person. Like we had the same personality. Like it was just real all cool, like just gravy. Like, and I was really proud of myself for being able to make a friend, because like I said, I had been a little down because I didn't have any friends yet. And overall, we just got each other, period. Okay, so at one of these events, we were sitting down and we went to this event. Events at SFA for the transfer, they're held by TSN. It's a transfer student organization. So a few of the members, we were just sitting down talking after this event that we had just did. And a few of the members, they was like, hey, do y'all want to eat dinner with us? And we was just like, yeah, look, let's go eat dinner. Let's go eat dinner together, period. And we went to dinner with them, and they was cool people. I would say generally it was just really me and her. Like we were the real close friends, and they were close. So we started hanging out with them. And while hanging out with them within like the first day or the second day, we had noticed like there was some little tension within their friend group already. And we was just like, well, I guess we just gonna hang around and see where things go. How it all went down. So while me and this girl was talking, and we were getting to know all this other friend group, she had told me that she had an ex who went to our school. Okay. So I was like, oh, okay. And after a while, I kind of got the information that she came to the school to be with this person. Okay, but fast forward like a day or so later, she's telling me that the ex is coming to her room and yelling at her, cursing her out, and all this other drama. And I was just like, yo, Stephanie, you need to leave them alone. Don't let them into your space, because obviously if they don't want to be around you right now, then you need to give them that space. And she was like, yeah, you're right. And at the whole time, like I'm really speaking to her like I speak to all my friends. Like I try not to hold back any information. I'm just real in general.
Real
like,
ass bitch, give a fuck.
I'm not the type of friend that's going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, whether you like it or not. That's not up to me. That's up to you. You know, I'm not that friend that's going to lie to you, period. So I told her that. So I had went to bed, and I'm pretty sure that this was on a Thursday night. This was on a Thursday night. I had just fallen asleep, right? So, or I heard knocking, but I was just drifting off to sleep, so it kind of caught me off guard. And I was like, I woke up and I was like, what? And then eventually I heard Stephanie call me. She was like, Victoria. And I was like, Stephanie? I opened my door. Stephanie got on a hoodie. She got on she got her keys in her hand, and she was just like, hey, ride with me. Can you just come with me real quick? And she was just kind of really frantic, and I was like, Stephanie, girl, what's wrong? What is wrong? Hold on. You gotta tell me what's wrong, because I ain't just finna hop in the car with you. What's wrong? And so basically, Stephanie had told me that she was texting her ex, and her ex went to his CA, and the ex went to their CA and said that she was suicidal, which sent our CA to our building to knock on her door. And so now the police were coming, and she wanted me to hop in a car with her. And I was like, okay. Because at this point, I mean, I'm her friend. She my friend, right? Like, if she just needs to calm down, then, I mean, I should be able to ride despite, even though I got class tomorrow, and we got class together. I was just, all right. So I put on my shoes, and we get outside the dorm, and the police pulls in behind us. And so the police ends up coming to her car door, and the police is talking to her, and the police was like, are you okay? And she didn't say nothing. She was like, oh, I'm fine. But she said it kind of confrontationally. And it was me who had to talk to police. I was like, oh, no, she's okay. She's just a little upset, but we're going to go for a ride. And I'm not even quoting. I'm not even, paraphrasing. That's literally what I told the police. We're just going to go for a ride. And so the police was like, okay, well, we're just checking on you. And the police said it was real nice, because obviously you have to take these claims very seriously. If someone thinks that someone is going to harm themselves, then the police will be called just to ensure, the safety of the student. But Stephanie had attitude, okay? She did not want to talk. So we got in the car, and we started talking, and I basically gave her the rundown. I was like, you need to leave them alone. You need to stop letting them come into your room, talking to you any kind of way, making you feel some type of way. But remind you that Stephanie is only giving me her side of the story. I didn't know the ex. I had probably seen them. She probably had pointed out to them to me, but I didn't really know them like that. So that night, I'm just in the car with her, and I'm really talking her down. I'm just like, hey, you deserve better. Like, don't even let them into your space. Don't let them, come up and mess up your groovy vibes, period. Because y'all know I be on that hippie stuff. Like, I really, like, when I be talking about vibes, like, some people think I just be talking, but you really got to protect your own vibes. Like, you can't let people come in and make you that upset, because that means that person has power over you, and you should not let anyone have that amount of power over you, okay? So basically, that's the rundown that I gave her. We didn't get back into the dorm until, like, almost 1 o'clock. Now, remind you that I got to be at work at 8, and then at class at 10. But it's because I was her friend that I chose to do that for her, okay? So, fast forward the next day. As soon as we got to her door, because her dorm was right there by the other door. She was on this side of the building. I was on the other side. Like, we literally had the doors facing the doors that go up to the second floor. So she was at one end of the hallway. I was at the other end. And soon as we stood in front of her door, she was just like, "Hey, my ex is coming over to get their stuff. Just come back in a few minutes. I'll let you know you can come back." And the whole time I'm just like, I thought we agreed that you wasn't going to let them into your space. And so I just went back into my room. I ate my little food. And then I get a text message. And Stephanie said, come back ASAP. And she put ASAP in caps. I get to her room. She a light-skinned black girl. So the girl is red and shaking. Like, when I say shaking, y'all, I literally mean shaking like a leaf. Like a leaf. And so I was just like, girl, what is the matter? And she just run down and told me the ex brought some friends over, and the friends was laughing at her in the hallway, and they just hurted her feelings, basically. And the ex didn't give her everything that she wanted back. Whoop-de-woo. So the ex ended up coming back to our building. And so she was like, I want my stuff. And the ex was like, I ain't got no stuff. I ain't got it. And so she was like, I want to go check right now. And so I'm like in the hallway, you know, peeking through the little window, and then she was like, and I was like, Stephanie, what? She was like, will you come with me to their dorm to go get my stuff? And I was like, okay. So we leave out. We get up and down. As soon as we get into the building, we go down to their dorm door. And she just started going through everything. She was like the FBI. You know, like when they do a raid or something. You know, like when they mess up your whole house. You know, I've seen a raid before. They tore off this one lady's ceiling fan. I was just like, dang. Okay, so she going through everything. She like Inspector Gadget. She like Agent Reed. You know, Penelope. You know, Criminal Minds straight up. Period. And like CSI Miami. You know, all that good stuff. And then what I had noticed was that like right when she went into the room, she put her phone down on the dresser. And I'm in the hallway because I'm just really here for my friend. Okay, so after a while, she started going through the dirty clothes. And I was just like, hold on. Time out. It's not here, Stephanie. Stephanie, whatever you looking for, you ain't found it yet, sis. It's not here. Let's go. Let's just head out. And so she was like, no, I know it's here. I know it's here. And she was like, do you see what I have to put up with? She's telling me, talking about the ex. And I was like, Stephanie, we're not here for this. We're not here for all this extra stuff. We just here to get your stuff and we're going to leave. So she didn't find what she was looking for, y'all. Next thing you know, the ex was like, I told you it wasn't effing here. And and next thing you know, this girl say, let me get my pine cone so I can really show you how. No, let me get this. This the phone. She picks it up and she was like, I've been recording you this whole time. So I'm going to show the orchestra instructor and see what they have to say about it. And I was just like, blackmail, sis, blackmail. Sis, I didn't sign up for this. Wait a minute. This is not what we talked about before we came here. What do you mean? What do you mean? Y'all see I'm trying to get to the side so this stuff can get out of my face. Oh, Jesus. Let me, because, you know, I'm looking like a little pumpkin. Okay, so I was just like, let's go. Because by then she had took me by surprise. And I surely didn't want anybody to think that I was down there to blackmail anybody. So I was like, let's go. Period. Let's go. Because by then she shook me. Because by then the ex just stopped talking. When she was like, I'm going to show this to the orchestra instructor. And I'm going to see what they have to say about it. And I was just like, ready to leave, or so I thought. So we get down there, and she stops, and she wants to yell at the ex from the beginning of the hallway, and the ex dorm was at the end. Now y'all know that all them doors that be in between. I was like, let's go. Like I grabbed her arm. I was like, let's go. Like it's not even worth it. And she looked at me, and she was like, don't touch me. And she was like, I'm for real, don't touch me. And I was like, so I got my little happy ass up out of there. And I went back to my dorm. Off the bridge or anything like that, then I would have felt responsible. So by then I'm panicking because I'm knocking on her door, and our RA comes out of her door because she lives right next to the RA. And she was like, oh, she's not there. And I was like, well, where is she? And she was like, oh, I don't know. And by then I'm panicking because don't nobody know where she at. So I get back to my room and I get my phone and I'm texting her and I'm calling her and I'm like, hey, where are you? Like, why aren't you answering? Because I called her like 6 or 7 times and she had not answered the phone. So then by like 9:30, I had messaged her and I was like, if you don't reply back to me by 9, or it was 9:20. If you don't reply back to me by 9:40, I'm calling RCA. Because I don't know where you are. And if you go do something crazy to yourself, then I would feel responsible. You know, like I'd never be able to recover from that. So she finally replies. Now, remind you that I had been texting her nonstop. She did not reply until I sent that message. She replied and I was like, all right, well, let me know when you get back. Okay, now we had already been in a group chat with our other friend group from TSN, right? So I didn't notice it, but at like 3 o'clock in the morning, she typed in the group chat that her mom was sick and that she needed to go home. I didn't read that until the following day. And I was just like, that's some BS. You just said that. So I texted her and I was like, hey, are you at home? And she was like, yeah, I went home, because she lives like in somewhere. I don't know, somewhere in Texas, but I know it's far. And I was just like, are you coming back on Monday? And she was like, yeah, maybe. I was like, oh, all right, well, then I'll see you Monday. And I just kind of ended it there. So by then, I was already on edge. So nobody had really known what had happened. But I decided to tell one friend, right? That one friend I told, it's one of the friends in the friend group. Let's just know that. And so I told her what really happened. And she was the only friend that had really knew what had happened. You know, all the drama that had happened the day before. And so she was like, oh, I really feel bad for Stephanie because of what happened with her mom. And I was like, that's not even what happened. I'm going to tell you what really happened, because it's on my heart heavy and it kind of stressing me out. Okay. Well, fast forward to that Monday, she came back. She was not talking to me, y'all. She did not want to be my friend no more. So she, you know, we would eat together. I wouldn't say nothing to her. She wouldn't say nothing to me. We just was not talking to each other because, first of all, I felt like I needed an apology. Eating together, and then her and a few of the friend group, a few of them in the friend group, they went to a cookie place on campus. Okay? But me and that friend who really knew what had happened, she stayed with me. So it turns out that when they went to that cookie place where we had sat at dinner and not spoken to each other, she went and told them that I had called her nonstop, that I was crazy. Y'all, crazy. Like, I know Vic a little, you know, she a little gone in the head. But she said that I was crazy, that she didn't know that why I was texting her that night. Now, the night that I'm referring to is the night that happened with the ex. All that stuff, the blackmail, the searching through drawers and shit, like a fucking FBI agent, you know, a federal agent. But that's what she did. She went and told half of the story, but she did not tell them what led up to that. So she didn't mention what happened with her ex. She didn't mention, you know, blackmailing the ex. She didn't mention, you know, dragging me into some BS. She didn't mention that she ran off into the middle of the night. And she never mentioned that she had lied about her mom being sick. So the friend that I had told, she eventually found out that they had told her, that she had went and told half of the story to half of the friend group. So then one other person from the friend group decided to sit down with me, and they was just like, hey, I would like to clear the air because, you know, we're all friends. And she was like, well, she said that you had did this to her. I was so baffled, like taken aback when she told me that. I was just like, you're not telling the truth. She did not say that. She did not only tell you half of the story. And the friend who I actually told what had happened, she was looking at me and she was like, she did, Vic. She did do that. And I was like, I cannot. So by then I had told the other friend everything that had happened. And she was like, Victoria, oh my goodness, that all happened? I'm like, yes, this all happened. This is why she's not talking to me, because she don't want me to tell y'all what she did to me. She wants y'all, so she tried to turn the friend group against me to where they were only her friend. Once I told that other friend what really happened, the whole other friend group just broke off from that girl, and nobody really wanted to be her friend. But you know what? That's not my fault, because you don't do people like that. And nobody is her friend. Like, I can speak confidently right now. Nobody is her friend. We're all those people that were in that friend group, they are still my friends and they're not her friends. Like I said, nobody really wanted to hang out with her after that, because if you could do that to Vic, then you can do that to us. And that's just, I feel like that was all everybody's mentality. She eventually excluded herself from the friend group because she had wanted to go out one day, but we decided not to go. But we still ended up going somewhere, but we did not invite her because, y'all, I don't want to say that I really made the friends only be friends with me, but all I did was tell my experience, and really nobody wanted to mess with her like that. And that ain't really my fault. I didn't do that. She did that to herself. So Stephanie, sis, wherever you at, I hope that you are prospering. I hope that everything in your life right now is going right. Because the next time, if you even get a second chance to do something like that to me, sis, I promise you ain't gonna be as nice as I was the last time. Because you don't do that to Vic. And Vic generally don't let things go like that. Vic usually get her revenge, but I'm gonna let you make it because you was going through a lot of stuff. But y'all, that is the tea about what happened to Vic on the first few days of class. This was only like the 4th or 5th day of class, of being into SFA. So thank you for watching my story, y'all. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, bye.
take the road.